Shout out to everybody here on the live on this beautiful Saturday night. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a pump. We might get a pump here. Might be worth coming down to the stream. Don't be scared now. Let's do that dance, baby. Do that dance. Let's go. Sorry, I heard that that pain there, the affliction. Double audio there. Sorry about that. I fixed it at the last second. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset. Who's sharing? I don't know, but we are doing it. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Let's take a look at BTC, see what's happening in the world of Bitcoin. I had a good time, hung out with my sister and her kids today. We had a blast, took her to the beach. She's from cold New York, right? It was 20 degrees, so she's loving it. It was 78, dang near 80 degrees today. Beautiful, with a nice breeze off the Gulf. And it was just one of the and it was packed. The beach was packed. One of the most, packed I've ever seen Siesta Key in my life, actually. It was a full load. Look, we're getting this consolidation here on the 15-minute. Bitcoin getting back above the 200 moving average. And look, did it break above the 200 on the 1 minute? It did. And you can see once one candle closed above the 200 moving average, all of a sudden we got some price action. And you could even see how we're consolidating on the smaller time frame. The 5-minute also got above the 200. Huge pump, massive dump, huge pump, dump. And you can see how that creates the consolidation. Small time frame liquidations on both sides of the board create those liquidations there for Bitcoin. So absolutely beautiful. And this looks like we might actually be getting a bit of a pump. I mean, that's an ascending triangle, right? And almost more of like a rising wedge too, because there's a push out there, or you could say it's an ascending that broke back inside, right? Both are valid to me, basically kind of similar situation. So do we break back up, or does this come right back to the downside on the smaller time frame? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the weekly as we're going to close tomorrow and see if there's any hope here to bounce. Look at the 777s right there when I come. 8777. Look at that, the 777s. Every time I'm around, you notice they come. Every single time. Look, they hold too. They're just sitting here, sitting. It's like my dad just saying hi. Hi, everybody. You're just going to hold 777s for us. And look, another one, just in case you weren't sure. Quadruple sevens, just in case. And then it disappeared. Crazy, right? So interesting. Anyway, you saw it. I didn't make it up. It happened exactly as it happened. It was what it was. So let's take a look. This weekly candle could, at least close with a tweezer to the upside, but it's an indecision doji, and it's more bearish than bullish. It's technically a bearish engulfer. You can put the green inside of the red. To me, it doesn't look amazing. Does it suggest Bitcoin could be making a descending triangle? And the next candle is just a red, fills the bottom, and then we really get the dump to the downside. This also has a measured move, which would take you somewhere down to about 78,600 for BTC. So that's kind of, you know what I mean? That's what you're looking at for Bitcoin, possible idea. I'm not saying it's happening for sure, but it's looking a little bearish. We'll see what we close tomorrow night, how we feel about it, or not even how we feel, because you know what I'm saying, but we'll see how it goes. We do have a previous resistance, which is support on the weekly. The monthly still holds the hidden bullish divergence, which is swinging up in price action, while the RSI swings to the downside, and you're very oversold on the stochastics. And when you pull a fib, you should have bounced to a 786 or near one, and you are. So there's the 3-point checklist for the hidden bullish right there. Suggests that you will break this high before you break these lows. There's a 90% chance. But is that, you know what I mean, right now? Again, it could lose, and we could lose hidden bullish. I've never seen it on the monthly chart, really. This will be the first time that I've went hard on that, on the monthly. I'm starting, though. I bought 5K. I'm about to buy 5K more, and I'm about to start possibly buying more. Getting some FOMO here for Bitcoin. Look at the 5-day chart as it opens a new candle and attempts to actually bounce up green here with a low, a higher low, kind of like a a cup and handle. There's this vibe, there's this cup and handle vibe starting to form here for Bitcoin. And it loves to bottom on these. This cup here with the handle, and it breaks out. It just likes to do it. I've seen it before for Bitcoin. Shout out to anyone that loves Bitcoin as much as me, cryptocurrency. If you got in when I did, if you just started, I don't know when you got in. But if you are a diehard crypto lifer, let me know. Honk your horn when you're driving by. Let us know that you're a crypto lifer, okay? Discount at the Waffle House to all the life. No, I don't know anyone at the Waffle House. Well, look, I mean, it seems to me like we're breaking out of this resistance here, which, you know, it could end up becoming, you know, a bearish flag, or just looks really bearish to me. If anything, I saw it as it was doing this. We had this trend line, and we lost it and bearishly retested it. And I'd like to see us get back inside the pattern. Otherwise, this is just headed lower to the target, which was the length of the pole. And it takes you to about $69,000 BTC. So here we are. You know, can we dig in with a higher low? Let's take a look at what happened to the daily candle today, despite low volume and you know, lack of price action, really. We opened at 87,369 and 56 cents. The high was 87,984 even. The low was 87,253, and we closed at 87,877 and 1 cent, up $507. A lot of sevens. Look at 87,877, up $507 and 45 cents, up 0.58% for Bitcoin. A daily green candle. And you can see it, you know, there's some resemblance here of a cup and handy, you know, and a possible drunken, slanted, twisted, inverted head and shoulder that could break further to the upside. Head somewhere up into this area, right? Go through the gap. So there's some, you know, lifers right here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Love you, sweetie. Don't be barging in, okay, honey? All right. Okay, so that's, you know, so I'm stuck on the fence here. I like that we kind of breached today. We got a little bit of a pump, and we look somewhat bullish on the smaller time frames, right? So I could see us dumbing down 79. We lose that 69,000. But I'm not opening up the short just yet. I said remember I said a head short, which actually was in the money at one point. And then you trade long into the head short on scalps. That way you break even if you're wrong on the short. Then we're ready to rock if we crack 94 and take price action the right way. The cool thing too about head shorting is you're not caught the wrong way. You short long back up, and you know, because someone who's like completely wrong gets liquidated short, it's hard for them to go long. Then they can't bounce up on price action the right way. But if you're head shorting but you're long at the same time, then you just cut the short off, and then you basically, you know, you're ready to take price action through. Because look, I mean, people don't realize that Bitcoin could get up here, gap up. They get here and gap up. I mean, that's 102,000. Those are big gaps in the VRVP. It just needs to kind of hold, you know. And you had a bottom. You've had two bottoms now. One is slightly higher than the last, despite breaking this one. What you really need to do is you have to get back above 94,000. Really 94,250. Like, you get above this area, you crack this stuff. I mean, we don't have to play these games anymore. Tomorrow and Sunday, and options expired on Friday. We got through it without a lot of bloodshed. It could have been way worse, right? So cheers to that. I mean, that was an amazing. That event could have been way worse. One of the biggest in history, and it really wasn't even that bad. Being pretty interesting. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. It's a beautiful Saturday night. My mom's birthday coming up, and I'm getting a little, you know, sentimental about it. I like to have my lifers around. People that know me, appreciate me, understand me, and have been with me through the ups and the downs. When I was just a beginner over here. So look, I mean, there's kind of an inverted head and shoulder there. Don't you know? I see it. Am I just dreaming? Kind of has some inverted head and shoulder vibes, does it not? Let's see, man. Can we continue to get this pump for Bitcoin? And if you get crazy on the daily, really, and you bring it down, I mean, you could say that, look, it broke the trend line. It's outside the trend line now. Show me the money, Bitcoin. Show me the money, right? So I want to see if it can kind of continue. There's resistance right there at 88,750. Get above that and let's go, baby. Let's go. So the daily could possibly reverse. I'm not in love with it. Could you just, you know, is it more just like bring it out here and it's going to dump? This is just a trend line, not a big deal. You're just going to roll right over. I mean, to me, it looks like it's going to form a descending triangle even on the daily time frame. I'm just far more bearish than bullish here for Bitcoin. So, well, we could say, hey, we could say, hey, wait, connect the dots there, and it did breach trend. All right, I'm okay with that for now, I guess, 12-hour, 22 look okay. And then here we are with the 4-hour flag that we were on before, right? We got a top trend line and a bottom trend line, and we're just basically inside this symmetrical triangle. And this is where we were earlier today, like right there. Same idea. It's like, we have to basically bounce. If we don't bounce, we're cooked. We bounce, we have ourselves a chance. And we get up to 91,000, right? Unless, we dump back to 84K, which both of these aren't even that bad about outcomes. I'll take them both. Seriously, right? Triple bottom, we could still bounce from there. So let's see what happens. Right now, these mainly break to the downside, and it kind of looks like a shoulder, head, right shoulder. But we will see. On the time will tell. Cool thing is we did get back above this. This could have shoulder, head, right shouldered and dumped like that one did, but it did not. And then back to the idea that the 50-minute is in a bit of a flag here. To me, it looks like an ascending triangle. And we get the move. So Bitcoin's still in some chop. Still got to get above some key levels. Fighting for its life, but there's a chance. And when it runs, it's going to run pretty hard and pretty fast. I don't think it's going to be... You either have to have a long open right now, underwater, and be willing to just hold that puppy. You know what I mean? Or you make the perfect entry at the right time, which has been very hard. But when they run this thing, it's the people that have just been holding longs for a long period of time that are going to win without really stressing them. Because it's going to be hard to figure out exactly when. But man, it's getting tight right now. Look for Bitcoin to break up to 88,500. That's the first step. Let's take a look at Bookmap. Shout out to Bookmap. And they got their lifetime 30% off lifetime. I would jump on in today. Jump on in and grab that. I don't know exactly what the percentage is, but it's a lifetime discount. Pay one time and never pay again. So look, they got liquidity 82, 80,000, all the way down to 80,009. Waiting. Big Red is waiting down there. And we got some liquidity still too, up at about 91.6, almost up at 92.8, 91.850, but it's not really strong enough, is it? It could go either way. 87,750. There's some liquidity down there at 86,700 too as well for Bitcoin. Can it be forming a W on the one day? Right now, DAR is a new BOW made by Monero devs, and it launched mainnet this year. Tari, interesting. Tari, my man says. Let's take a look. I'm always willing. I like to, I found a lot deep diving just my own channel. I love this channel for that. Is that Minotari XTM? It would make sense because it's like, right? Market cap is tiny though. Atarius network, funny. There's a layer 1 blockchain built in Rust with indigenous approach to scale its on-chain. Millions of people in native and distribution, building and thriving on-chain. Doesn't say anything about Monero for some reason here. Is this it though, Tari? Bitcoin that will fall back for the stocks, gold and silver. Jim Cramer's 100% bearish on Bitcoin. We're going to the moon. Yeah. Sam, I know you're the most practical risk-on guy out there. What do you think of this bubble? Which bubble? Honestly, it's not a bubble. See, people think it's a bubble. It's not a bubble. They're printing serious money. It's going to continue to push, the value of things have to go up when you print money. So what looks like a bubble to everyone else is really just the offset nature of money printing showing up on the charts. There's nothing you can do. Funny, XTM, that's also Torum, right? I thought XTM was Torum. Let me duplicate this and just put XTM there, USDT on Mexi. So I still see some of the hopium, but you got to believe we're bearish and we're going down. Like right now, I'm just more bearish than bullish on Bitcoin. But I'm open-minded that anything is possible. XTM here. And I can't tell if this is Torum or Tari. Yeah, Minotari. Okay, at least it comes up there. Let's just double check by looking at the price of Minotari right now. It is Show me the price. 211. Usually you see, yeah, 00211. And this at 002017. I guess somewhat the same. A little off. I mean, usually Coinbase, Coin Market Cap isn't that. They're not that fast. Like they're pretty behind. You know. I mean, that's touching the 21 above the 200 in the consolidation. Again, I don't think I would take it. Way too small time for volume for me. Too high risk. But yeah, it suggests it could make a move. I mean, 2-1 to 2-3. It's like 21 to 23. It's not amazing, right? Yeah, 42% gains possible out of Minotari. Thank you for giving us Minotari. Yeah. Silver now trading for $98, somebody's saying. Right? When the market comes back on, it's going to explode to 98. It's possible. It's possible. I see a consolidation at one point, though. This is the time to probably take it in. But we'll see what happens on Monday and watch the explosion. Gold also at another all-time high, just doing absolute damage. The gold trade I gave you just ripping. Gold taking names and kicking butt. It ended up closing the week up huge. Just a beautiful trade I gave you guys. Over 107% gains on BTCC. And you can trade on BTCC. All right. Earn up to 10,000 USDT. All right. Jump on in today, baby. Sammy, please check HYMC. And look at this, though. This is Bitcoin getting rejected by the 1 hour 200 moving average. You can see that. It's not getting a nice clean break back above it. Yeah, but 102% on our gold trade. Doing absolute damage here on BTCC. It's so awesome to see that. And shout out to my people at BTCC. They're awesome. Just good people, man. Another good exchange. Been around since 2011. Longest exchange. You know, been around the longest of any exchange really in the game. And never had an issue. No hacks, no problems. Like, they've been strong the whole time. From step one, game one, you know. So, what's happening there to my hair over here? Hey. 4,500, man. And you know what? Everyone else is going to take some time off, say no way. But, you know, there just might be something I'm looking at. There might be a coin I find out about. There might be just something stirring in the books here. And so I show up every single day, each and every one of you guys, twice on the weekends. Chuck and Cardano, I still own it. I don't really need to track it. If it goes up one day, I'll sell it. Like, that's all it really is to me. Yeah. Send it live for Jesus loves all of you. God bless you. Uniswap also in a nice flag on the 4 hour above the 200. Interesting. Let me take a look at Uniswap. I like to hear that. Look at gold just doing DiMaggio. It is starting to make a bearish div, though. And very overbought. Might not make the run it made last time. It might start to get a little clipped here, and the money could flow into Mr. Bitty Bitty Bitcoin. Look at the 3-day. Look at the weekly. Are you far from the 21? The more you start gapping from that 21, the more you're going to have to come back. See, here we kind of came to the 21 and bounced. Here we gapped from it and pushed up. I even see bear div here. Stochastics are low, though. Let them run their course. Says we're going to get, run more pretty big run up. Then they're going to have some, watch the 1 hour flag here. See if it can flag out again. Like a couple more times. Maybe a little bit here. Going a nice little run. Gold, baby, gold. All the way to 4,656. And to the bigger target I got cooking at 5,400, right? Amazing. Amazing. And again, I told you guys we could trade anything in the market. It depends. Remember, this SRM just continued to go up after we looked at it today. Insane. It was 200%. It went up 600%. Came down, pumped again. Interesting, right? We looked at it there, and it actually did end up running up from 1.7 all the way to 4. That's crazy. Look at that, 143% gains. It's nuts. That's insane. Zcash broke out of the flag. I gave it to you guys on the bigger time frame. Someone says now it's in a 1 hour bull flag. Let's take a look at what's happening there to Zcash. I said to just kind of trap it in the flag there too and see what it could do. And, you know, no telling exactly, but it is starting to look pretty nice. Jupiter, possible flag touch of the 21 above the 200 on the 1 hour. Tau breaking out on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, this would look nice. And either this could just launch or go side. I'd like it to go sideways first and then pump. But Zcash, man, we gave it around 436, up nicely at 517. And if you zoom out to the bigger time frame, you can see exactly where I gave it to my students, people in my trading group, just the setup that I looked at. And I think we even had it out here on the live. So I wasn't Scrooge McDuck with it, you know. You didn't have to pay me just to get it, you know. So, and there you go, man. It's ripping, broken out. Looks like it could continue. Just getting started for its next leg, Zcash. Hey, everything is high risk right now, though. But hey, there's some movement in the markets over here. Some movement in the markets. Yeah. What's up, Sammy? Miss you, dog. God bless you. Shout out to Rastaman6969. Someone said, take a look at Tau. It looks interesting. We'll take a look at Tau. Thank you. Bit tensor. I mean, it looks horrible in the bigger time frames. Smaller time frames looks like it may be starting to kind of break back to the upside again. It's crazy how it barely held that trend line. I got faith it could consolidate and eventually still break out. It's going to take time, though. You know, February, it could be $1,000 by February. I'm with that. I would never put real money in BTCC. I've had so many problems with their demo. Oh, no. Right in front of you. Trade disappears and then comes back. No. Oh, that's so sad. Sorry to hear that, man. Can we look at Monad, please? ZANO flagged up, then up. I got like over 50 grand there. I have no problems, but that's okay. HYMC from 2 to 25 USD. HYMC. Highcroft Mining Holding Company on NASDAQ. Oh, man, that thing went out of control, huh? I guess someone asked me about it here. Looked like I made a flag. It said it might consolidate. It just ripped out of that. It did hit the target and then continued to go up. Wow. $2 to 25. I mean, now it's like overbought. Right? It's a little, you think it's going to have to come back to the 21 on the daily or the 4 hour. HYMC. Yeah, I'd be looking for it to come like back down to the 21-day moving average, something like this. Maybe it goes sideways, but whatever it does, I don't see it pumping huge again until that 21 comes back into play. He's like, SUIAI had a crazy pump. It's funny, and I held that coin from back in the day, but I think it got delisted. SUI agents, right? Yeah. Did have a crazy pump, but a lot of little, cruddy little coins get pumps out of nowhere, you know. I don't want to say that is a cruddy coin. I'm just saying, you know. Possible Adam even the 4 hour on XRP. Interesting. Can you check out Jetivo for me, Sammy? I bought a small amount, a bit long term. Jetivo? Never heard of it. I don't know, man. Looks so small and obscure to me. Yeah. Someone says Reckon 75. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen, man. I don't do that whole Reckon stuff. I don't really, I know if it goes down, I'm going to DCA in. And I know if it goes up, I'm going to be able to buy close to these areas and take it up for more. So, like, I just don't stress it, man. Like most other people do. I don't stress money like other people. I stress my frequency, my energy, make sure things are going well, make sure I'm thinking correctly, making sure I'm bringing in the right vibes. When I go to bed tonight, am I going to be listening to, a positive mindset video, something to bring in something positive into my life? On the weekend after Christmas should be a very special weekend, I think. We really collect our thoughts and get ready and just kind of still, we should still be in that family vibe, really hanging out. And all, you know, it's funny, my kids have all of next week off. I think they start school on the 6th. I think they have Monday off on the 5th. I don't even know why, but I think they do. And they start school on Tuesday the 6th. So, still a whole week off with my family next week. All right. And the market's usually pretty slow till we get on with the new year. Then we have New Year's Day, and that's going to be Thursday. And then New Year's is the 31st, right? So the party never ends during this time. Now we have New Year's party coming up after your Christmas festival, right? Never listen to live, he gets 90% of TA incorrectly. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. Actually gets his 90% on point. Funny. Thank you. God bless you, man. Yeah. I appreciate your positive mindset. It's been tough lately. Yeah. Yeah. I've been watching his work since COVID. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. God bless you, bro. Shout out to Mohammed. Yeah. Yeah, man. Nah. You said something, but someone said it right back, man. Look at this guy. Lost Dex. Oh. Another sad person out there. Yeah. Horrible person. Yeah. Whack dude. Yeah. God bless you, man. Peace out. What a whack dude. Yeah. So look, the 15-minute looks like you might actually get a pump. Looks interesting, right? I mean, trading tonight's high risk, but it looks fun. It just looks like it could hit. You never know. But it looks like it might just get, it might hit for some gains. You don't know. We don't know for sure. But man, that looks like we get a pump there tonight for Bitcoin. Nice little pump back to 88K. This could be the bottom right here. I know people don't believe me, but that's why I started buying more BTC. I said, man, it's a chance this is the lowest price we ever get again. With that fear and greed going to where it was, right? Sam changed my life. Jesus loves you, brother. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yeah. Sorry for those who can't keep up with the lifer sauce. God bless you, man. Don't listen to the lifer. I'm a 7 life path, and my lucky number is 7. There's a reason I found you. God bless you, man. Thank you. I don't have people that hate you, then you ain't on top of your game, Mr. Sam. Thank you. God bless you, bro. Amen. Sam, what do you think of BitLight now? I mean, the thing got beat down like to no end. I never bought it long term, I'll tell you that. Looks like complete garbage now, I'll tell you that. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like garbaggio, bro. 100%. It no look good. It no look nice. It no look very nice. No. Looks like a rug pull, right? Sad too. Like there was one thing that actually looked good for a second, and then no. It's the, you know. The thing, what I keep telling myself is every time anything in life looks like it's worthless and no one cares, it's usually there's something behind it, right? And every time everyone thinks it's all ready to rock and it's the best thing ever, it's usually about to dump. So crypto has that feeling where nobody cares about it and it's like in the dumps again. People keep bringing up on Twitter, oh, no one cares about crypto. No one talks about crypto. My engagement is down. I put a silver bar out, got 400,000 views, right? But no. Don't talk about no crypto. Don't talk about no crypto there, Jomo. Funny, the 5-minute is in the model right now. 5-minute is touching the 21 above the 200 in a flag. 5-minute says you could trade it all day long, but just be careful, man. The volume is so whack on Saturday nights. They're likely going to stop hunt anyone and everyone. So just be careful. Even if it looks good to you, grain of salt, little by little, step by step. Don't go, I wouldn't overtrade on such a day, one step at a time. And so that's about it for Bitcoin. We kind of went over the ups and downs, the plus and minuses, and I looked at the ideas here that are possible. Tight flag that could break you up to 88,420, and then we could go from there. That's a possible trade on the board right now for Bitcoin. There you go. And that's about it. And I wouldn't overtrade tonight on a Saturday night, right? No crazy news, nothing crazy. We got through the Forex, we got through with basically the, the options expiry, which I thought was going to be way worse. A lot more volatile, but we really didn't even have the volume for it. So it was fine. Yeah. Sammy shilled me nothing but good vibes. God bless you. Sam's the reason so many lives have been changed, not even with just trading. Incredible trader, an even better person by far. God bless you. Thank you. I blame Trump. He made Bitcoin dump last year. Also, I think he just pissed his own coin, did a major, yeah. Very, very interesting. Yeah, baby. Love the show, Sam. Been watching for years. I'm ready to jump in for trading on my phone to a computer. Any suggestions for a good trading laptop? Anything is, you could trade on anything, man. You don't need anything special. Just buy a $500-$600 laptop, man. Whatever you need. Windows is cool, and Apple, whatever you want. You don't have any laptop will work, brother. You'll be fine. Extremely interesting point. If you want like the best of the best, ROG, like you have money, I think these like Rogue, right? Republic of Gamers, they're pretty good. They're pretty strong, but you don't need it that hardcore, honestly. Yeah. This little Pippin coin has been on a roll recently. Even after a short, this thing bounced back quick. Is Pippin still ripping? Let's take a look at Pippin. Pippin was the only coin really kicking it. Oh, wow. Look, it continued to rip. That's crazy. It's still on like an upward trajectory. Pippin, ain't playing around. I mean, that's weird, though. I wouldn't chase it. But maybe there's some more gains out the flag there for Pippin. Measured move would take it to 71 cents. Interesting. Right. Pippin is yeah, it probably is. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. Yeah. I'll trade me some BTC though. You never know. We could get a bullish double bottom at 80K. FOMC news was dead price, struggled though ever since. Yeah. I like the fact that we're headed into extreme quantitative easing and definitely buying up assets. So ripping like Scottie Pippen, baby. Crypto is crazy. And let's just take a look at Bookmap for you one more time in case you didn't see. It does suggest more liquidity down below the low 80s there. But we got some stuff around 86.4. We even got some liquidity at 91.5, 91.8. Be nice to get us back up to 8 again. Someone said, looks like Bitcoin is rejecting. I don't know. It's too small to tell. Price action's tiny. It kind of has a head and shoulder there too, though, that could dip. I see sideways price action. I wouldn't stress it tonight. Honestly, it's a Saturday night. Slow bleed, sideways price action. Price action is what I'm looking for. Nothing crazy tonight for Bitcoin. Wish it were better. Follow me on X, man. We're blowing up. I appreciate it. I was just speaking to Peter Schiff last night for the 30,000 people here. It's crazy. If you go on the spaces and go to the end of the spaces and listen to me and him talk. But right here, I mean, 50,000 people tuned in to this. It's a big deal, right? And funny, I just had to be a part of that. Funny, if you play the recording. Hold on one second. Let me. I just want to see if you can hear us. I'm pretty sure because we're at the very end. It's pretty. I think it's gonna be pretty easy to find it. But I've been meaning to talk to Peter for years about these topics, right?
This is just the beginning. I know what the hell I'm talking about. And you know what you're talking about was much more congruent, and you had a moat, and you had a thesis, and it was standful. And you knew that whatever...
In Guatemala.
Well, I lived there for 2 years, Peter.
Oh, all right. I'm very educated in crypto. That's
okay,
why
so you understand smart contracts.
Huh?
You understand smart contracts.
I do, yes.
You understand a layer one.
Bitcoin, you want to buy,
against gold. So
they're going up. Yeah.
I agree with you there for about 60% of the shareholders.
Ward, silver going up like I don't work when I'm in the United States.
And now there is.
I don't work with so funny. He was saying I don't work in the United States.
I'm very educated in crypto. That's
okay,
why
so you.
Central banks aren't buying.
What
I'm gonna have to find it.
Paid off is very real, and it's something that's going to be
Metal.
So I don't.
made us a lot of entrepreneurs too, man. So
Yeah, look, I'm glad I was able
and God
to
bless your
help
dad,
you.
man. He fought to the end, man.
There we are.
I read your dad's story too, man.
Yeah.
It's the beat. Yeah,
Because that's
the same.
silver going up like
Here we
this,
go.
or talking to me on
also
text.
just speaking to you.
All right.
Hey, can you hear me?
And relative to its history as a company, relative to the price of gold and Agnico Eagle, which normally trades at a premium because it's a top tier, probably
Should be
the best
louder,
gold
too.
mining company, relative to where it's been historically, it's cheap. So I still think, I think it's a good buy.
By surprise. I don't know, 7 or 8 years left.
Sounds like you did a lot of homework on it.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, Peter. Have a
All
good
right,
one.
moment. I mean, gold, silver going up like this, or talking to me on
also
text.
just speaking to you. So, I lose my first job 2008. I start researching gold and silver. I see you, and you call the housing crisis on Fox News. You say they're all C's and B's. I believe you. The housing crisis happens. I lose my job. I go to your website, Matt Maleo, if that rings a bell. I start buying gold from him.
Yeah, he
Somehow I'm hearing like
used to work for me, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And bought my probably 15 grand. Eventually, I have 40 grand of it. It's in my apartment in New York City. It's like 2010, 12. Now it's 2016. And I got.
damn, I must have had something playing in the background. He was still nice to me. Would have cut me off.
Well, I
Funny.
ship it to the
Anyway, I'm gonna have to clean that up. See if we can get it. Dang, it stinks that
into the storage facility, but I don't really trust it, right?
What the heck is playing? Anyway, it's a pretty interesting story between me and Peter. Pretty long conversation, nice 10-minute conversation, and I don't know. It was for me. I've been trying to talk to this for a long time, desiring to talk to him. So interesting when you see a space, you could jump on in and then just talk to someone that's like famous around the world. And then we got a beautiful few hundred subscribers. We're continuing to grow on our way to 41,000 followers on X. So continue. And today I was at the beach, just
And they say the sand
I'll share my day.
So
All
you
the
wanna
sand in
make sure
my
you
hair, but
bare feet in nature.
But yeah, beautiful day in nature, hanging out. I feel like I'm just getting older and older every day, man. Dang. But lately I'm looking at my face. I'm like, damn, I'm getting old, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Shout out to everybody here on the live on this beautiful Saturday night. Seeing if Bitcoin can break out of this flag. And that's kind of about it. That's the action that you're looking for tonight. And it looks like it's actually a kind of a high probability of happening based on like how long we consolidated and how we made some higher lows. So we'll see. It was clean when it was live. Really? Yeah, so maybe it got jumbled by the other people that were there on the interesting. Yeah, I didn't hear anyone in the background when I was listening to it.
Because I'm like, in Armageddon, am I really going to get it out the vault? So I never trusted storing my gold. And then I had it in an apartment in Queens, which I couldn't even have a firearm. So I was like, and I found Bitcoin, all right? And I started buying Bitcoin around $1,000. It changed my life. And you led me to Bitcoin. So like, I always would hear you say like, gold, gold, gold. And I'm like, this man made me a Bitcoin millionaire. And I think you made many, many, many people Bitcoin
Yeah,
millionaires.
I know that. I've talked about that frequently. I ran
This
into
is
a
so
lot of
funny for
people
me
at
and
the
Peter
Bitcoin
Schiff. Like, it's
conference
just
in
insane.
Vegas,
Like,
where the story was
so
exactly
funny,
the same,
man. Like,
that if it wasn't for me, they never would have bought Bitcoin.
100%.
And so, yeah, I mean, a lot of people got rich off of Bitcoin because of me, even though I never recommended that they buy it.
It's hilarious. To me, I love it. I just been waiting to tell you thank you.
Now, the question is, though, you got to be selling.
trolling him. I'm trolling him.
You can't not sell it, or you're going to lose the wealth. You got to sell.
See, that's the funny thing. Just like gold was a better purchase value, right? Is a better store of value at the time, right? I don't know what it was. It was technology at one point. Like, I mean, you know what I mean? At one point, right? We could store more of it. People believed in it. I just truly believe people are going to see what I saw. You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, I love you to death. I stopped buying gold around $1,000 an ounce. So maybe I shouldn't have, you know what I mean? And thank God I did, man. Had I bought Bitcoin instead of gold, or gold instead of Bitcoin.
Well, that's you. Right. But people,
I agree.
Anybody who started buying 4 years ago, let's say, right? They're way worse off. They would have been better off buying gold and silver. So
agree. Okay.
The question,
but let's see what happens in 15 years. That might not be the case.
No,
right?
I think in 15 years, if you still hold your Bitcoin, it's going to be less than the 1,000 you started buying at. You're going to lose everything.
This is great.
I think
You're going to lose everything.
This is just a whole pyramid, Ponzi, right? silver and gold are real. You got an illusion. Now, yes, you got in early enough that more
Yeah,
fools
exactly. I don't
got
feel
in.
the pain everyone else
Look,
feels. It's over for me in a way. I
no,
agree.
more fools came in after you did, right? And they bid up the price of what you owned. And they gave you the opportunity to sell what you owned. But we're running out of it. It's finished, I think. Now, is it possible that Bitcoin can rally and make a new high? It's possible. But it's also possible it never will see a new high, that it's over and that it's going down.
See, I learned so much from you, right? And you kind of like taught me so much about the beginnings of value. And I don't understand why you don't understand that Bitcoin's going to $1 million an hour. Like it's going to $1 million
No.
a coin.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. And it's funny,
you know,
and I've said this, a lot of people in the Bitcoin community recognize.
like I knew gold was going to
Yeah,
$5,000 an ounce.
they,
I could told you that
they,
10 years ago.
they,
Just like I knew Bitcoin
yeah,
was going to 100K.
let me
Yeah.
finish what I'm saying. There are a lot of people in the Bitcoin community that hold me in high regard, that think I'm a smart person, that respect me, and they can't understand why I don't own Bitcoin because they believe in it. And they think, therefore, I must have an ulterior motive. I secretly own it.
You have tons of Bitcoin somewhere. Like that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah,
like,
because that's
the same way.
That's the only way you can square it in your mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it doesn't make any other sense. Yeah.
Right. Because you don't want to admit that maybe I know something that you don't. Maybe,
I'm okay. Actually, no,
maybe
I'm
right and you're wrong.
No, maybe you are. Maybe you are.
Yes,
that's
that's
why
the
I never
point.
sold my gold. That's why I never sold my gold. I never
But
sold
you
the
got
gold that I did
have you sold any Bitcoin?
Never. I refuse.
What?
I won't.
All right. So
just like I won't sell my Bitcoin. I'd rather die with the gold than the Bitcoin.
All right. Well, how much did you invest in Bitcoin originally?
I don't like to say originally because it's kind of like a security
Well,
issue.
no one's going to know who you are. This is anonymous.
I guess, but I mean, everyone knows me. I have a YouTube channel.
All right.
I've been taking
So you don't want to know.
YouTube.
But you bought it.
I mean, let's just say, fine. I started buying 5 coins around between. It's anonymous. You can see my face on Twitter, like right next to his face. Like it's clearly not anonymous. Like, what is he thinking? Like, is he
right? So you put in $100,000 and you got $100 million, right? And maybe you didn't put in 100,000. Maybe you put in 10,000. You got 10 million, right? Something like that.
Okay.
Now, have you borrowed against any of that Bitcoin?
I've done nothing. None. I do
all
not.
Right, so, all right.
I plan on it. That's see, the goal is to borrow against it, turn it into real estate. I have built a $5 million real estate portfolio in the interim. It's given me time to invest in other things. I will tell you that.
Right. Like, okay. But what's the highest?
The Bitcoin bubble at least.
What's the most you pay for Bitcoin?
84. I bought a whole coin like 6 months ago when we were in that.
At 84,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still buying up here. So that's there.
I
that's
bought 5K yesterday. Yeah.
Right. So that's all right. But look, I think that you should be selling. You should not buy any more at a minimum, right? You have a lower cost basis. You're just averaging up at this point.
This was great.
But
and they never talk about it.
A bunch of that Bitcoin and realize the gain and invest in something else, whether it's real estate, whether it's, stocks, something. But the one thing you don't want to do is turn that big winner into a loser. Because if you hold long enough, all of your profits will be gone and you'll be stuck with losses. You don't want that. You don't want to take that huge winning trade and turn into a loss. Now, the only negative about this, right, because I'm trying to encourage you to sell your Bitcoin or some of your Bitcoin. You don't have to sell it all. Just sell some of it. Sell enough of it so that you don't care if it goes to zero. Because I'm sure if it went to zero and you didn't sell any, you would care. So make sure you sell enough so that if it goes to zero, you don't care, right? You're okay. But I know that if you follow my advice and sell your Bitcoin, some other poor fool is going to buy it from you. And now that person is going to lose the money instead of you. I know that. But you know what? At least I can try to help you because you're listening to my space. I don't know the guy. Not that I know you personally, but I have this But I don't know the guy that's going to buy it from you. I don't know the random person. And if he didn't
He's
buy
such a
yours,
guy.
you buy
He's-
somebody else's,
He's
right?
funny.
So
He is
somebody's
funny,
going to
man.
lose money in Bitcoin,
He is
whether
funny.
you sell yours or not.
What if you both can agree that enough billions of a small percentage of these billions of people on Earth will be inquisitive enough to believe that it does carry? See, my whole thing is you can memorize 24 words and travel anywhere in
Yeah,
the world.
I would forget. I
Can't
would
take my
forget
gold
those
anywhere.
words. I don't
can't
have
take
the
my
good
gold
enough
anywhere.
memory. But you know,
Well, that's you. That's me. I mean, so the whole and there's other ways to do it. There's third party. There's SHA-256.
yeah.
There's
Look,
other ways to go
look.
about it that aren't that
I
complicated.
think Bitcoin is very clever. It's interesting. But I think that
Just like nerdly trolled
the
him on like
people
how
who
to hold
wanna
the
buy
password. Like
Bitcoin
it's not that
already
serious,
bought
bro.
it. I think it's already mature.
How many people will buy my
was
Bitcoin
at
from me
that
if I sell it right now? How many people here would buy it from me?
40,000 people there thinking they're in on the ground floor. Believe me, that's nothing like the ground floor. I mean, that exhibit hall was insane. Like, I've been going to gold conferences for like 20 years, and they're tiny. There's nobody there.
Yeah, because
I mean,
it's over.
what I've seen in these Bitcoin conferences, you know,
He's
this
making
is-
my point.
and-
Like
and
they're bigger and
maybe
bigger every
this is the
year.
peak of a bubble. This is not the ground floor of anything.
Is there a percentage of your mind? Because you're a smart guy. To me, people that are extremely intelligent business-wise, they always keep a piece of what if, right? Is there a chance you're wrong? Is there a chance Bitcoin goes to $1 million a
Okay.
coin? Is there a chance
There-
it hits
okay.
a $20 trillion
There is a chance.
asset?
There is a chance that it goes.
This
to
is a
1
great
million.
conversation.
There's no
I didn't
chance
realize how
I'm
good this
wrong.
was.
But there is a chance that it goes to $1 million. But I think the chance of Bitcoin going to $1 million is not big enough to want to bet on it. And the most likely scenario for Bitcoin going to $1 million is hyperinflation.
Someone says I'm the fool who would buy it. I love you.
So
True.
it
true.
may and $1 million Bitcoin may represent a decline.
100 grand today. You know what I mean?
so-
Yeah, 100 grand Bitcoin today or something, right? Because it's in the ratioed value of inflation.
But
You know?
in real
Yeah.
terms, I don't expect Bitcoin. And what I've been telling people for the past couple of years is, look, even if Bitcoin goes up, I don't think it's going to go up as much as my gold and silver or my gold and silver stocks. And so I said, for the risk reward, I'd rather own that. And yes, I would be richer today had I bought a bunch of Bitcoin when you first bought your Bitcoin at 1,000,
Yeah,
right?
man.
But
Yeah.
I am a lot richer today because I didn't buy any Bitcoin 3 or 4 years ago, or 2 years ago, or 1 year ago.
Amen.
So it just depends on when you look at it.
I
And-
agree.
and-
yeah. You're also a hustler, Peter, man. You're a hustler. Everyone,
Yeah.
like I work 7 days a week. You work 7 days a week. You're on a space after Christmas. You
I'm
know what I
not
fully
working.
realize?
I'm doing this for fun.
Yeah, you know,
This is
you're
my
educating.
leisure.
Yeah, you're educating on leisure. But one thing I did notice, man, is once you have work ethic and discipline, if discipline goes to zero, who cares?
Yeah.
Even though I mean, if Bitcoin goes to zero, who cares? If gold goes down, me and you can produce from within, right? So what
Well,
do we have
gold's
what
not
do we-
going to
what
go
do-
to
what are you
zero.
worried
It's
about?
impossible.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin was zero 15 years ago. So, I mean, it could easily go back to
I see
zero
your point.
again.
Like gold wasn't zero 15 years ago. I
No,
never actually-
it wasn't
yeah.
zero 1,000
Never.
years ago.
Yeah, never. I mean, I don't know when it started at something, right? Yeah.
Well,
like-
the first person that found it valued it.
It's a
for
cool
zero. It was never
conversation too.
zero.
We kind of went.
yeah.
But so it's different. But anyway, I want to hop because I want to.
100%.
Yes,
I just
but
want to
look,
say thank you.
I'm
You've been
glad-
like a mentor, a
look-
father figure to me. I just want to say God bless you, man. Everything you do. I
Look.
love the banter between the Bitcoin community and you. We really true love you. You helped so much of us see value, and I think you've made us a lot of entrepreneurs too, man. So
Yeah,
God-
look, I'm glad I was able
and God
to
bless your
help
dad,
you.
man. He fought to the end, man. I read your dad's story too, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
look, I'm glad I was able to help you make a lot of money in Bitcoin. But again, you're only going to make it if you
Sell it.
If you
Amen.
ride it all the way back down, I didn't make you anything. But you're lucky that you didn't listen to me when it was 1,000 and that you bought it anyway. But you're going to be unlucky if you don't listen to me now. You guys, I was,
Have a
and in
blessed
fact,
day,
if you
man.
remember what I was saying when it was 1,000 back then, I was telling people, look, this thing can go a lot higher. I remember saying that many times. One time I even said it can go to 50,000. I threw that number out there when it was way below 10,000. But I said, look, it's pure gambling. This is pure like a bubble getting bigger. I said, I have no idea if it's going to happen, but it could happen because I thought the whole thing
To
was
me,
ridiculous.
the reason why Bitcoin, this is why I realized Bitcoin was worth it, is because of the hash rate. They first started mining it on phones, right? You could mine it on a phone,
And then it got too hard to mine on a phone, right? It got too difficult. And so people with their phones had to stop, and a few people could do it, but then you had to use like a professional laptop or a better laptop. And then the difficulty level went up. Then it ebbed back down, right? And people couldn't, because every time people start to jump in, it creates a difficulty level too high that the people that jumped in at the end can't handle it. And they can't make enough money for the electricity. Only the big boys can stand
Yeah,
it.
and there were people that were mining it.
The
Look,
hash
they
rate
were,
has never gone down, Peter. It continues to go up.
yeah,
and down.
people were in their college dorms like mining it because
what it made me realize,
they got
Peter, is
they
that
got
the
the
hash rate's-
electricity for free.
Yeah,
But look,
that
I know,
that's
I got
amazing.
it.
But
I
the
got
hash
it. Look,
rate's never gonna go down. Like,
I
it
gotta
keeps
let
going
you
up and
hop.
down.
But I don't think any of that matters anymore. And again,
But that's the
what-
internal value of Bitcoin is that hash rate.
if you
Like,
really,
there's so much money
if you,
behind that.
He has
if
no
you
idea what I'm
really
talking
love
about.
Bitcoin,
Like, I'm giving him the
just get rid
reason
of
why
all your
Bitcoin's
Bitcoin
worth,
now
and he
or
has
most
no
of it,
idea what I'm talking
and
about.
wait until MicroStrategy or Strategy goes bankrupt. Wait until they're forced to sell all their Bitcoin and then buy it. It'll be way cheaper. So you'll save yourself a lot of money. And in the meantime, you could do something more productive with it. But anyway, thanks a lot. Who's up next? Anyone
God
want to
bless you.
raise their hand?
Thank you for your time.
All right, Sam. Take care.
Nice to meet you.
That was me and Peter, man. You lost him on the hash rate. Yeah, at that point, he was cooked. Like, he wasn't going to try to talk to me about the hash rate. Like, he was done, you know? But how do you guys rate that conversation between me and Peter Schiff? What did you guys think? Was there any validity what he said? Did he make you second think your Bitcoin, being an older, wiser guy? He's the first person in my life to tell me to sell Bitcoin. Like, he's the first. No one ever has told me to sell my Bitcoin. He's the first person I've met to look me, kind of look at and say, hey, sell the BTC. I thought it was interesting. I just wanted to kind of bring you guys in. I didn't know if it was going to play. Then it started to play. I just figured, why don't we just go for it? And, yeah, just made me love Bitcoin there. Is this real? Yeah, no, that was completely real. That was not AI. That happened yesterday. 50,000 people tuned into that. Me and Peter went at it. It was awesome. Many other people were on the stream. It just wasn't me and Peter. It was a 4-hour conversation. It's why so many people tuned in. He kept it going. Someone said you outspoked him. What does that mean? Oh yeah, I think it's dope. You made it when you get to debate Peter Schiff, right? I know, isn't that cool, right? Like, Peter is old school, so I understand where he's coming from. Yeah, if you made profit, then you should sell it. Just a different perspective. He doesn't understand it, and that's why. And honestly, any one of you could have been in that space. He was letting anybody talk. Like, as much as it makes me feel kind of special and big that I got to do it, anyone could have been in there. I did jump in, and I jumped in at the end right here. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I didn't even know what was going on. I just grabbed to my computer, and X put it out there and said, Peter Schiff is doing a thing. I hit the button. Next thing you know, I hit the request to speak. Before I know it, I got the request to speak. I got to speak, and it went great. So, yeah, you gave him mad respect. No one convinced either person neutral. Yeah, no, 100%. My wife supports you so much. She said he was disrespectful to you. Thank you, guys. Shout out to Rave Song, man. You did well, Sam. Peter is not aware of the tech. Yeah, it's hard to compare a 10K-year-old asset to a 15-year-old asset. A 10,000, yeah. So I completely understand Peter, but ignorance is bliss. You did, brother. He doesn't understand like you do, Sam. It really wasn't a conversation. You both weren't trying to sell each other on your favorite financial strategy. You both were trying to say you're funny. Don't do it again. It's only confirmation for him. You're funny. Some people care more about being right than profitable. Schiff started backing off and wanted a new speaker once it got tough for him. 100%. He just proved he's stuck in the medieval times. This is great, man. What a great stream tonight. Thank you, everybody. This kind of broke it up for the holidays and made it fun. I appreciate you. And it's funny to me realizing that because it happened so fast. I didn't even remember what we said. I didn't think it was that great. Listening back, I was like, oh, wow, that was really good. I really would like to clip that out and get that out. Maybe my team could clip this out. I'll tell my assistant to clip that out if he can. And I'm somewhere, look, it's in the 3:17:52. It ends, and it's about 5 minutes, so it's like 3:12 to 3:17. Right. Old school ignorant, hard to teach old dogs new tricks. Yeah, we need Peter to switch, though. He got the boomer money. Go back on and bring up the hash rate to troll him. You're funny. ZANO, please, Sam, it's ripping. After that, he bought some Bitcoin, right? Peter's whole argument was that since you're in profit to sell. Is that what he does for gold? No, he holds gold. Like, you know what I mean? ZANO. I'll look at ZANO just because you're bugging right now.
It's probably, oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, it's ripping. It crossed the 200 moving average on the 1 hour, and then it came to the 21, and then it ripped with low stochastics. And again, remember, 21-day moving average in the flag above the 200, gone. Looks like it's got a light order book and kind of sketchy, but wow, $8. ZANO, I forgot. I don't even know what this thing is. ZANO. Hey, it's actually one of the few coins that's not like in the dumps completely. Still has a long time to kind of consolidate, get back above key areas. I don't know. I'm just not like, I should be more into altcoins right now, but it's like the end of the year, and I'm just like, eh. We did bounce off the 3-day 200 moving average. That's what we want for altcoins. See, this is what we want for the whole market. If Bitcoin can do this, if Total can do this, we want to see everything get back above the 3-day and pump. So they pumped above that 3-day 200 moving average. This thing might move all the way back up to 1540. You were very respectful, Sam. Much respect to you. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I mean, he's an older person who knows a lot of people, and I have no reason to disrespect somebody. And again, when people see all the people that said you sound very respectful, that was a very nice compliment. And I heard my parents smiling down on me and saying, "That's my son. That's my boy. That's the guy we raised. We raised a class act. When he shows up, when people hear him for the first time, one of the things they say is, hey, that person sounded respectful." And honestly, you guys made my whole night by a bunch of different people saying that right now. So thank you very much. That's very cool. Not only for you to give someone else a compliment, but, just to hear that. So thank you. Yeah. Someone says, let's dump and get it over with over here. And yeah, Bitcoin's just still kind of sitting in the flag, but looks like it may go and stop hunt. But you don't know for sure. We'll see. Only time will tell all night here for BTC. And with that being said, I'm going to run on out of here. I took so much more time away from you and your family or whatever you're doing tonight. And we're back to 8777 as we end the stream, just as we started with the 777s. Don't you think that's strange? It was a high and goodbye with the 777s. We started with the 777s and we will end with the 777s, as strange as that is. It's a bit odd. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Let me just double check the super chats in case there was a couple I missed. Looking dapper, legend. Hope you had a wonderful time with the family. Says Mohammed, can you take a look at XRP? It seems to be flagging near the 15-minute and the 1 hour. Can we look at JUPU pretty please? It's been a while. And after that, he bought some Bitcoin. So let's look at XRP and JUPU, and then I will jump on out of here for the night. XRP does look like it's in a little flag on that 5. Wow, it's on a little uptrend here. And seems like it might continue to pump up there. That's actually nice. So it's been pumping from 180. It did come back to 185 like we were saying it might. Interesting. So let's look at the weekly for XRP. And you can see, I mean, it kind of made a bear div and it came back down. And seemed like it would test support. And it's pretty close to testing support right there. Pull a fib from that retracement. And yeah, I mean, back to the 618. From that wick 2, it's at the 786. But I don't know. Pretty weird price action, to be honest. Like, not really good market structure. To me, it's like right at that. It either has to bottom here or it's going to look like it's going to drop. I mean, I don't know. It follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin pumps, it'll pump. It's in a falling wedge, getting very tight. I don't know. Only time will tell. Honestly, I would hate to be really into XRP. Like, I don't really care what happens to XRP. I have to be honest, not to be rude. I own some of it, and I've held it for so long. I'm numb to it, so it doesn't matter to me. But it's almost like you need a bounce sooner than later, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I don't know. Daily looks like it's at an even and finally trying to bottom out. You're attempting some type of double bottom. It's hanging on whatever Bitcoin does, too. Bitcoin keels over. This is going to do basically, it's going to be more of a descending triangle here. And I could see that break down. And the dump down to 128. Wouldn't be surprised if you see 128 XRP. Hard to tell right now, though. We're right on the line. Very high risk to enter the trade. You are buying support, but I can't tell if it's going to hold perfectly, you know? So, yeah. And then we'll take a look at JUPU. I haven't looked at JUPU in a long time. I mean, kind of pointless, right? It's like, last time I looked at it, it was getting tight in this flag. Look like, could it break out, get above the 200? No, dump down again. And now you got JUPU solo. It's funny, too. Remember, we all bought JUPU at 69 cents like 2 years ago and held it for so long, got the airdrops, got all the free, governance. I mean, that looks like it could still dump. So either it's one of two things. Either there's more downside, which is to a negative area, which is like almost impossible. -2, like I don't. So usually when I see that, it's like, could that be the lowest it goes and it starts to round a bottom and just get bearish before it breaks out? Or is it like a dead project that like nobody cares about? Very weird, right? Just kind of sitting. Almost like that has to end up making like this shoulder ahead, right shoulder. We got to break out of here. I feel like it has to be the bottom. I mean, very oversold. Would I buy JUPU right now? No. I think there's way better opportunity out there just in, I'd say, just sitting in tether until the market gets hot. I'd rather wait for this to start to break out and then swing trade it. Personally, I'm done like buying the bottom of altcoins. Yeah. Just not my thing anymore, man. Sad to say. Had to switch it up. Maybe I'll come back one day. Yeah. 200 still uptrend. Yeah. How do we know a project is really dead? I don't know, honestly. That's a good question. If it's dead to you, I mean, if it's dead to me, it's dead to me. It doesn't have to be dead for it to be dead to me, you know? Anyway, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for jumping on in. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, to get the stream done. I don't know what the heck is going on here with my collar over here. What is going on with my shirt over here? Looks regular. I guess it's just like, it's like hiding the, whatever. I don't know. It's weird, right? It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right over here. Something ain't right over here. Hey, get the chain out in the hair, or get some chest hair out of it. The hamburger meat over here. Shout out to everyone here. We love you. We appreciate you. We will see you tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Keep pushing. I never thought I would talk to Peter Schiff. You never know what's going to happen to you in your life. Stay positive. Stay amazing. Keep believing, and great things are going to happen to you. Believe in opportunity that's coming your way, because it's coming. You better be ready for it, because opportunity is coming. It's coming my way, I know for sure. 2026 is going to be amazing. Some big opportunities coming my way. I'm going on a TV show. Something big in 2026 that never happened in 2025 is going to happen, just like something big in 2025 happened that never happened. We're moving forward. We're building. We're progressing, and we're going to make it happen, man. We're going to make it happen. You're going to see, man, the Discord is going to change too. We have something huge for the Discord. You guys have no idea. We've been working on it for 9 months. 9 months we've been working on it. What's up with my hair? What's going on tonight? Everything is just a mess. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, thank you for hair, God. I appreciate I still got hair to be messy. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay amazing. Thank you.